What's up, y'all? Another video. Another video of it seems like a pedo on the prowl. This one is called Predator Gets Caught in the Act in Dead Woman's Room. So, another level of depravity here. Depravity? Depravity? Hey, somebody correct me on that. I'm not really good with English. So, let's get straight to it.
Well, we had a resident who we found in her room humping her.
That nurse came in, caught you doing the dirty deed with her, yelled at you.
When I come around the corner, he was wheeling real fast down the hall, had his fingers open like this.
She said this tried CPR.
I'm telling you, we're down that way, that was already dead.
A nursing home is shaken during its early hours when one of its residents in hospice care loses her life under suspicious circumstances. Authorities turn their attention to the man found in bed with her.
You ain't in charge right now, big boy.
You ain't either, big boy.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the morning of February 2nd, 2022, officers with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department arrive at the Homestead Healthcare Center following a report they received about a deceased female.
She's the one that's deceased. Actually, the guy down is down there. Okay.
From
Let me
what?
walk you to his room.
So what happened?
Hang on, because I need to make sure nobody else needs to go in that room.
Okay,
Literally
but
just-
can somebody tell me what happened?
I don't know what happened. She's
Well, we had a resident that is under the influence of alcohol, who had a fifth of
Open this
whiskey,
door.
who we found in her room
I think he didn't mean the front
with
door.
her
Yeah, the front
brief
door.
pulled off, with his clothes off, with the pillow over her face, humping her.
The victim is identified as being Patricia Noonan, an 80-year-old resident in hospice care. According to the QMA who discovered
My first question is, how the fuck did he get in the bed? Dude looks like he's in a little wheeler. He looks very out of shape. I don't know what else is going on with him, but I can't. It's not. I can't imagine walking in on that. What kind of sight that must have been. Oh my God, his dirty big ass.
her speech was limited and she was unable to move on her own.
She said this tried CPR.
The injuries on her face that she already
No,
had?
that's her eating that.
So the medics have already been here and left?
No.
Medics
They have
haven't been here at all?
The nursing staff tried CPR.
Officers observe a pink cup located on a dresser, along with a sticky substance on the floor. 2 gowns are found, one draped over Patricia's body, and another on the floor to the right of her bed. A nearby chair is occupied by a bloodied pillow.
She's probably 10-0. Nursing staff here confirmed it, but I want you guys to confirm it.
Time of death was 5:45.
But Ida was screaming, I'm like, what's going on? When I come around the corner, he was wheeling real fast down the hall, had his fingers open like this.
After speaking with the nursing staff, officers on the scene determined that the circumstances of Patricia's death are suspicious, and homicide detectives are requested. Until they arrive, getting eyes on the man suspected of this heinous crime is a priority.
Dwayne, we got some visitors, honey.
Yeah. Stand up for me. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
60-year-old Dwayne Anthony Freeman, a resident of 3 months at the
Okay, so he can
Homestead
stand.
Healthcare Center, is placed in handcuffs. His pants are halfway off, and his shirt is stained brown.
So this dude did what he did. Didn't even bother. He bothered to get back to his room in bed, turn off the lights. He didn't bother to, maybe zip your pants up, change your shirt, something. He's just like, yeah, that's crazy.
Have a seat.
Alright. Keep him covered.
Why are you shaking your head? Okay. Well, we're trying to figure that out.
There's a whole bunch of work beautiful. I'm telling you, we're down that way, that was already dead. Had chocolate all over.
All right, well, I would say don't say anything to me, okay?
What's
How'd you
on
know
the
that she was
shirt
dead?
isn't chocolate, but something far more sickening.
I'm gonna see if that's you. I'm gonna walk in here real quick and see if that's our suspect shoe. Yeah, see, missing a shoe.
He's got a black one?
It sure is. It is.
The nurse that found him said that that cup up there is his. It was on the floor. She picked it up, the pink one. It was on the floor. That's why it's sticky, because it's his alcohol. It was on the floor. She picked it up. This is the one that witnessed everything.
Specialists with the Marion County Crime Lab arrive at Patricia's room, where they document and collect swabs of potential DNA along with the sheets, pillow, gown, and the pink cup found on the dresser.
Where the detective at?
He's on his way.
Where he at?
He'll be here when he gets here.
Okay.
Okay, you ain't in charge right now, big boy.
You ain't either, big boy. You came here, wrong mother.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay, thank you.
Dwayne's wish for police attention is granted as investigators photograph him and provide him with a fresh change of clothes, while his soiled ones are collected for the crime lab.
Mr. Springer, we're going to take out of all the gin you had here.
I just feel like bro smells so bad. Like, oh, I bet he smells so bad, bro. I would hate to be the one to have to change this motherfucker.
We're going to take that other bottle of gin you had here. Right?
Yeah, right now, I'm going to agree.
And of course, we got an ad here. Ad break. That's crazy. And I just feel like if you did it, why have a whole attitude with the police? You know, it just doesn't help the case, man. It doesn't help the case too much. So
To a CNA, when she retrieved the bottle from Dwayne's trash and placed it in a bag, he became agitated, throwing a light against the wall. This prompted her to call the police because, as she put it, she wasn't going to fight a killer. As the crime lab turns their focus to Dwayne's room, he's relocated to a neighboring one while they conduct their investigation.
It's right in here.
The detective arrives to interview Dwayne. His account begins with a cry for help that he hears from a part of the healthcare center that he's not generally in.
So, before you heard her hollering for help, where was you at?
I was coming down the hallway. I was just outside, smoke a cigarette. Yeah. Remember? Yeah. He did with it. I'm like, I can't hardly breathe. I said, okay. But no, I'll be all right. I get this air. And things I've never seen before in my life.
So, I'm sorry, say that again. What did you say?
Some big old titties I've never seen before in my life.
Now, because you said she had big breasts, did you see her breast?
We're gonna hear suck these mother.
Huh?
We're gonna hear suck these mother.
She said that? Okay, so what did you do next?
I sucked some big old titties.
I'm sorry, say that
I
again.
did suck some big old titties because he said,
I can't. This man is hilarious, man. Big old titties. Biggest titties I've ever seen in my life. Suck them big old titties. That's crazy. I can't believe he's saying all this.
suck these titties. I remember, is you all right? Yeah, I'm all right, but I can't breathe. I said, well, you go get your snap.
Is that because you was on top of her? She couldn't breathe?
No, I'm dead. You did like this. That's when the nurse came in. I looked back in the hallway. I said, hey, yeah. I looked at her and then I looked back over there. I said, you know, yeah. I said, you hey now. I'm like shaking her. I said, yeah, here they come. What the hell you doing in here for? I said, nothing to lay me up.
So she can't breathe, and you offer to help.
By
What would
sucking
you
on her
do?
titties?
Well, I'm gonna go outside and get her some help.
Go outside and get her some help?
Like a nurse or something like that, but ain't nobody there. Nobody ain't where.
So did you go back out and look to see if any nurses were around?
Yeah.
And then what you did?
I looked at her, I said, as soon as I went out there, I looked, I said, that person. I went over there, I touched the person's hand, and like,
What'd she say when you touched her?
she didn't say nothing.
She didn't say anything?
I thought, there wasn't nothing there.
Dwayne's story includes a number of disturbing details, and they are only getting worse.
So you sucked on her titties?
Just did like this. I said, man, you don't need you some help. You go good number for it. I said, now you gonna need some help.
So you did that before you went to get help? Okay, so how did you do that if she's wearing her gown?
I think she had,
I don't know, you tell me. I mean,
I was like I said, I was kind of half drunk.
listen, it's not illegal to be naked, okay? It's not illegal to have sex. None of that is illegal, you see what I'm saying? But I need to know if you did more than just suck on her breast. Now, because now I know, you're gonna have DNA on her breast, correct? So is there any other places that your body and her body touch?
It sounds like he was performing a very standard procedure of CPR on the woman. She couldn't breathe, she was struggling, catching her breath, so he had to suck on her titties a little bit. Like, however the fuck he just did. Very standard procedure. Woman can't breathe. You notice a woman can't breathe. First thing you do, fellas, go suck on her titties.
If there is, I need to know about that.
Well, if you really want to know something, pull the pants out right here. Go ahead, put it through.
That'll happen at the hospital.
Okay.
But what are you getting at?
But she has some dark around it though.
Where's the dark around what?
Like she was bloody, kind of like.
Where?
Down by her genitals down there.
A fuller picture of Dwayne's horrifying actions is painted. Patricia was found with her depend pulled to the side and ripped, with feces on her inner thigh. Both police and facility staff believe it's what Dwayne had on his clothes after he left Patricia in her undignified state.
So you have that on you now, is that what you're saying?
Ugh.
So did you try to have sex with her?
No, he just, here we met. How come you know? I don't know.
She wanted to know why you wasn't getting any.
Dwayne has claimed extensive pillow talk from Patricia, a resident known for her limited speech. Now that Dwayne has spun his tale, the detective is about to unspin it.
I didn't choke her. I didn't smother her. I didn't do none of that to her. I didn't, okay, now, you can't breathe and go get your smell. When I did, I looked at her. I came back.
No, stop saying that, because I already know that's not true.
Okay, well,
And again, the way I want you to be truthful with
I'm
me.
being truthful with you.
You are to a point, up to a point where you start telling me some story about how you went out to look for a nurse.
I did want to look for her because the lady said she can't breathe.
Listen, that nurse came
Well,
in.
no. I mean, look at this lady.
Dwayne.
This man fucked the dookie out of her.
Dwayne.
That's crazy.
Dwayne. That nurse came in, caught you doing the dirty deed with her, yelled at you. You already said you jumped up, grabbed your and you left. So
I did do that.
Start being truthful.
That's true.
None of that crap about you going out in the hallway and coming back and finding her dead is true. Was she already deceased by the time the nurse came in and seen you on top of her? Huh?
That's what I raised up her hand. I said, she's dead.
You said pretty much.
Yeah, I said,
So-
she's dead.
Now you're being truthful. And I appreciate that.
I'm okay. But, boy, he was trying to kill her.
As the detective seems to finally get through to Dwayne, he attempts to direct the focus to the element that will define the very nature of the incident, the pillow allegedly held over Patricia's face.
Where am I going to find your DNA at on those pillowcases? You don't know? You do know. I'm pretty sure you do.
I didn't buzz on none of them, though. I was rubbing her hair. Maybe I'd be interested in her. But boy, we trying to kill her or suffocate her.
I didn't say you was trying to do that. Why would you say suffocate? Because I never said that. I never.
Yeah, you just called yourself out.
She said she couldn't breathe.
You said she couldn't breathe.
That's what she said. I can't breathe. But
Is that before or after you put the pillow on her?
No, I didn't put no pillow on her.
You didn't put no pillow on her?
No. Well,
These ads, man.
Instead of taking responsibility for Patricia's death, Dwayne returns to his original story about seeking help.
you all right? I keep telling you, yeah, I'm all right. I can't breathe.
She never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, you did. I can't breathe.
She may have said that.
I said, okay, then we're going to get some help. And when I done, I looked at
Again, here we go with this crap. You're lying about that.
Nope.
You are lying about You've already told me. You admitted you were lying about that.
Despite having been a resident for only 3 months, this isn't the first time Dwayne has been accused of wrongdoing. A shocking claim about his conduct is made by staff members to officers.
Well, the lady in the maroon shirt said that they weren't even going to call the police. In the maroon shirt with the short hair, she said they weren't even going to call the police. And that this is his 3rd time violating a resident.
Awesome. Okay.
And that's why the delay, because she said that she walked in at 5 a.m. to this happening.
5 a.m.
They've been told about you several times.
No. See, like, I thought this at the beginning. I'm upset with the staff on this one. Like, are y'all fucking serious? Like, he's done this 3 times, whatever many times beforehand, and y'all ain't got eyes on this man, like, to protect the other residents. Like, hey, bro, after like the 1st or 2nd time, especially the 2nd time, all right, we got to keep an eye on him at all times. You tell us where the fuck you at or whatever you got to do. That's crazy, man. I'll let this woman was dead when that other nurse walked in. And I'm just thinking too, like, she walked in and saw this man on top of her with the pillow going to town, and she didn't like try to stop it there. Like, somebody should have rushed this man. Like, hey, what are you doing? This is crazy. Like, that is crazy. If I was the family of this woman, if she is close with any family she had, I would want to sue the fuck out of these people because they didn't handle this right.
They weren't even going to call nobody.
They weren't even going to call nobody until they realized she was dead.
According to the CNA,
Like,
Dwayne
oh, it's
would
okay,
talk
he's just raping
provocatively
people.
to the staff and residents. Earlier that night, he was heard saying, "I'm going to get me a woman tonight. I'm going to get somebody tonight."
I said I got to go. I hate spending.
And then you left there and came down here, took all your clothes off and climbed back in bed like no big deal.
I had to go to sleep.
You had to go to sleep. And you just grab your and come back down here and climb into bed because you're tired. You didn't hang around and say, hey, she's passed.
I told her I think something wrong with her. Yeah. Well, what the hell are you doing to her?
You didn't say any of that crap. You know what? If you're not going to be honest with me, I'm not going to sit here and waste my time.
Okay, well, you ready? Let's go see the DNA. Let's go to Asking Hospital.
We're going. I got a call for a ride for you to come pick you up, take you down there.
Okay. Can the gentleman take me outside so I can smoke?
No.
Dwayne was arrested and transported to Eskenazi Hospital for a sexual assault suspect exam to have his fingers, hands, and genitals swabbed for possible DNA. Patricia's autopsy confirmed that her cause of death was asphyxiation by smothering. Dwayne Anthony Freeman was charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of rape. On June 8, 2023, Dwayne pleaded guilty to 1 murder and 1 rape count. Additional counts were dismissed as part of the plea agreement. On June 22, 2023, he was sentenced to 45 years on the murder count and 30 years on the rape count to be served concurrently. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that
Man, like I said, whoever the family is of that woman, I'll be coming after that nursing place. Like, that nursing home, whatever the fuck. They knew this man had a history, and they just, oh, he's just raping people that can't do anything about it, and now he killed somebody. If I would have learned that, seen this footage, and I was this woman's family, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Glad he spending the rest of his life in prison. But yeah, everyone messed up here except for the police. Man, that's it. Peace out, y'all.